This book has a history. It began as a response to an invitation from Luther Seminary in St. Paul to give 3 lectures on the topic, Who is Jesus?, at the Midwinter Convocation in January 1995. These lectures, now expanded into chapters 2, 4, and 5, were then modified and presented as the Clark Lectures at Duke Divinity School in March of the same year. Subsequently, they were revised again and given in March 1997 as the Nadine Beecham and Carlton F. Hall Senior Lectures at the University of South Carolina and at Mepkin Abbey. During preparation of the material for publication, the originally brief introduction was expanded into Chapter 1. The first lecture was revised and presented as Jesus the Jew at the College of Charleston in March 1998 and is now incorporated into Chapter 2. Chapter 3 was written for inclusion in the book and adds a necessary dimension to the discussion. Even so, the title's question is answered but partly, though a comprehensive answer is surely without apparent bounds. In any case, these essays represent continuing reflection on the ongoing significance of the historical figure of Jesus. In one way or other, the historical figure of Jesus has been a recurring theme of my work, beginning with my dissertation on the Gnostic use of the life of Jesus, submitted at Yale in 1957. Since the historical study of Jesus itself has a fascinating history, I developed the Lives of Jesus series, 8 volumes, in which important works were made available again. In A Future for the Historical Jesus, I proposed, in response to Rudolf Bultmann, that the Jesus of history is important for both preaching and theology. Subsequently, I began a study of New Testament Christology, which I still plan to complete. While attending to the letters of Paul, I followed the recent resurgence of interest in the Jesus of history, though I have not participated in the Jesus Seminar. The lectures, here supplemented and amplified, provided a welcome opportunity to resume work on Jesus and the Gospels. The precipitating invitation made it clear that what was desired was not one more answer to the question, who was Jesus? Nonetheless, it would be risky indeed to say who he is, without reference to who he was. While I have eschewed providing even a sketch of Jesus' life and times, answering the question, who is Jesus, requires attending at least briefly to what can and cannot be known historically about Jesus of Nazareth. The result is something of a hybrid, neither history nor Christology proper, but rather theological reflection on history, on those aspects of the Jesus of history that are central to his continuing significance. Although a script for a lecture differs markedly from a text to be read silently, I have tried to retain something of the oral style, because it requires focusing on the subject matter without engaging and assessing at every point the vast scholarly literature. The notes, which could easily have been expanded, cite mostly works in English that might be accessible to most North American readers.